Have you ever heard of someone who seemed perfectly healthy, eating well, exercising daily, living a balanced lifestyle, only to suffer a sudden health crisis out of nowhere? If so, you'll find the story I'm about to share both familiar and shocking. Mr. David, a 72-year-old man, was someone everyone in his town admired. He had a lifestyle most of us aspire to, waking up early, exercising regularly, eating nutritious meals, and always brimming with energy. He often said, "Health is the greatest wealth, and I take care of mine every single day." From the outside, he seemed like the picture of perfect health. But one morning, while taking his usual walk around his garden, Mr. David suddenly collapsed to the ground. His family rushed him to the hospital, and when the doctor revealed the cause of his condition, no one could believe it. What do you think it was? An undiagnosed illness? A genetic issue? No, it wasn't either of those. The danger to Mr. David came from a simple morning habit he had been doing for decades. Something most of us do every single day without giving it a second thought. What could this habit possibly be, and how could it cause such serious harm? Stay with me until the end of this video, because the answer will completely change the way you start your mornings. It might even save your life or the life of someone you love. Do you know what's most surprising about Mr. David's story? On the surface, there was absolutely nothing wrong with his routine. He wasn't neglecting his health. In fact, he seemed to be doing everything right. But that's where the danger lies. The things we think are helping us might actually be harming us in ways we don't realize. Think about it for a moment. How many habits have you adopted over the years simply because they're labeled as healthy or good for you? Maybe it's skipping breakfast to lose weight, or jumping out of bed quickly because you don't want to waste a minute of the day. What if these seemingly harmless routines are silently putting your health at risk every single day? Here's the kicker. The morning is one of the most vulnerable times for your body. After a full night's rest, your systems are recalibrating, your blood pressure is adjusting, your heart rate is stabilizing, and your muscles are waking up. This transition period is critical, yet it's the time when most of us unknowingly push our bodies too hard. Mr. David was no different. Every morning he followed the same routine, and while he thought he was preparing his body for a productive day, he was unknowingly setting the stage for a health crisis. His story is a wake-up call for all of us. Could your daily habits be hiding risks you've never considered? Now let's dive deeper. I'm about to share the 3 most common morning habits that seem harmless, but could secretly be sabotaging your health. And don't worry, I'll also show you how to make simple adjustments to keep yourself safe and thriving. Let's revisit one of the most common morning habits that many of us, including David, believed was a healthy choice: exercising on an empty stomach. Every morning, without fail, David would lace up his sneakers and head out for his usual walk or light jog. To him, it was a sign of discipline, a way to kickstart his day and stay active. He had read somewhere that exercising before eating helped burn more fat. It made sense at the time, and he thought he was doing the right thing for his health. But here's the truth. While it might sound logical, exercising on an empty stomach is actually a recipe for disaster, especially for older adults. Imagine starting your car and trying to drive uphill with no fuel in the tank. What happens? The engine strains, struggles, and eventually breaks down. Your body is no different. After a full night's sleep, your blood sugar levels are at their lowest, and your body is in a fasting state. When you engage in physical activity during this time, it doesn't have the energy it needs to function properly. For David, this habit slowly took a toll on his body. At first, he would feel lightheaded during his walks, chalking it up to age or simply not getting enough sleep. But what he didn't realize was that his body was screaming for fuel. Over time, the repeated strain on his cardiovascular system put him at risk for serious complications. Research shows that exercising on an empty stomach can cause a significant spike in cortisol, the stress hormone, which adds unnecessary pressure to your heart and blood vessels. For someone in their 70s, this combination can create the perfect storm for a heart attack or stroke. Even Dr. Michael Greger, a well-known health expert, has said, skipping breakfast before exercise is like asking your body to perform a marathon without preparation. You might survive the race, but at what cost? What David, and so many others, didn't understand is that the body needs balance. It needs fuel to function efficiently, to recover properly, and to prevent long-term damage. Something as simple as a light breakfast could have made all the difference. A small bowl of oatmeal, a banana, or even a slice of whole grain toast provides the necessary glucose to power your muscles and brain. The mornings we choose to starve our bodies are the mornings we unknowingly push them closer to the edge. It's not about skipping meals to save time or burn more fat. It's about nurturing your body so it can carry you through the day. So, let me ask, have you ever felt dizzy or weak during a morning workout? Did you shrug it off as nothing, or did you pause to think about what your body might be trying to tell you? These moments matter. They're signs that your body needs something different, something better. And the good news is it's never too late to make that change. Now let's talk about another habit, one that seems so simple, so harmless, yet can have surprising consequences: getting out of bed too quickly. Every morning, David would wake up, glance at the clock, and immediately swing his legs over the side of the bed. He had a routine to follow, things to do, and no time to waste. Like many of us, he thought starting his day with energy and momentum was the best way to stay productive. But what he didn't realize was that this rush to get moving was quietly putting his health at risk. When we sleep, our bodies enter a state of recovery. Blood flow slows, heart rate drops, and the muscles relax. It's almost like the body is hitting the reset button overnight. But when you wake up and stand too quickly, you're forcing your body to go from 0 to 100 in an instant. This sudden shift can disrupt your blood circulation, causing your blood pressure to drop. For younger people, this might just mean feeling a little dizzy for a second. But for older adults, it can lead to falls, injuries, and much worse. Imagine this: your body has been in a calm, relaxed state for hours, like a car parked in neutral. Now, instead of gently easing it into gear, you slam your foot on the accelerator. The result? A jolt that leaves you feeling lightheaded or even disoriented. This is what happens when you get out of bed too quickly, and it's why so many older adults experience falls first thing in the morning. Benjamin Franklin once said, "Take time for all things. Great haste makes great waste." And nowhere is that more true than in how we treat our bodies in the morning. Rushing might save you a few seconds, but the risks it brings can last a lifetime. David learned this the hard way. There were mornings when he felt a wave of dizziness after standing up, but he always brushed it off, thinking it was just a normal part of aging. What he didn't realize was that his body was warning him, asking for a moment to adjust, to catch up. And as the years went on, those brief moments of dizziness became more frequent and more dangerous. The beauty of this problem, though, is that it's so easy to fix. Giving yourself an extra minute in the morning to wake up fully, to stretch while lying down, and to ease into sitting upright can make all the difference. It's a small act of patience, but it sends a powerful message to your body. I care for you, and I'm willing to listen to what you need. So, let me ask you, how do you start your mornings? Do you find yourself rushing, jumping out of bed the moment your eyes open? Or do you take the time to ease into the day, giving your body the care and respect it deserves? If you've ever felt dizzy or off balance in the morning, don't ignore it. Your body is telling you something important. Are you ready to listen? Let's move on to the third habit, one that many people rarely talk about but can have serious consequences: straining in the bathroom. This was another habit David followed every morning without fail. Like many of us, he believed in getting things done quickly so he could move on with his day. But here's the truth: straining during bowel movements can quietly harm your body over time, especially in the early morning hours when your body is still waking up. Here's an example to consider. Mrs. Sandra, a 68-year-old retired school teacher, had been dealing with chronic constipation for years. Every morning she would sit in the bathroom, straining and pushing, thinking it was just a part of getting older. One morning, though, she suddenly felt a sharp pain in her chest and dizziness. Her family rushed her to the hospital, where doctors discovered her straining had caused a dangerous spike in blood pressure, nearly triggering a stroke. Straining might seem harmless in the moment, but it puts immense pressure on your body, especially on your blood vessels and heart. Over time, this unnecessary strain can lead to serious issues like hemorrhoids, tears, or even life-threatening cardiovascular events. Your body wasn't designed to endure that kind of stress, especially during a routine activity like using the bathroom. Here's the thing. The key to avoiding these risks starts with creating a supportive environment for your body. Giving yourself enough time, relaxing, and allowing your system to work naturally can make all the difference. For example, adjusting your posture by raising your feet slightly while seated can reduce strain and make the process much easier. Pairing this with a diet rich in fiber and staying hydrated helps maintain smooth digestion without forcing your body into overdrive. Take a moment to imagine starting your morning without discomfort or frustration. Imagine feeling confident in your body's natural rhythm, knowing you've set yourself up for a healthy and stress-free start to the day. Doesn't that sound like the better choice? Now, I'd love to hear from you. Does this habit sound familiar? Have you noticed yourself rushing or forcing your body when it's not ready? Let's talk about it in the comments. Your experience might be the reminder someone else needs to make a positive change. Think back to David's story. He thought he was doing everything right, taking care of his health, staying active, and sticking to his daily routine. But what he didn't realize was that small, unnoticed habits were quietly working against him, building up over time until they reached a breaking point. Now, imagine yourself in his place. You've been following your morning routine for years, thinking it's helping you stay healthy. But what if those same habits are slowly putting you at risk? It's a sobering thought, isn't it? Let's pause for a moment. Picture what your mornings could feel like if you made just a few thoughtful adjustments. Imagine waking up and feeling truly energized, not rushing, not straining, but starting your day with ease and intention. Picture sitting down to a light breakfast that fuels your body, or taking an extra moment in bed to stretch and wake up fully before standing. Can you feel how much calmer, steadier, and more in control your day would become? These small changes aren't just about protecting your health, they're about reclaiming your mornings as a time to nurture yourself. It's about sending a message to your body and mind: I matter. My health is worth prioritizing. David's experience is a powerful reminder that we don't have to wait for a wake-up call to make a change. By recognizing the risks and acting now, you have the opportunity to prevent problems before they happen. You can protect your future not just for yourself but for the people who love and rely on you. Think about your family for a moment. The joy on your grandchildren's faces when you're able to play with them. The comfort your partner feels knowing you're healthy and strong. The memories you're still creating together. These moments are precious, and they're worth safeguarding. It's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about small, intentional steps that build up over time, creating a foundation of health and vitality. By choosing to adjust your morning habits, you're not just improving your daily routine, you're investing in a better future for yourself and everyone around you. So let me ask you this: what kind of mornings do you want to have? Do you want to continue rushing through without realizing the potential harm? Or are you ready to take back control and create a routine that supports your well-being? The choice is yours, but the benefits are clear. Your health is your most valuable gift. Let's make sure you're giving yourself the best chance to enjoy every day to its fullest. Think back to David's story for a moment. He thought he was doing everything right, staying active, sticking to his routine, and taking care of his health. But the reality is that even good intentions can lead us down the wrong path if we're not fully aware of the risks. David was lucky he got a second chance to turn things around, but not everyone gets that chance. Now let's bring this closer to home. How many times have you overlooked the little things in your own routine? Skipping breakfast, rushing out of bed, or straining in the bathroom might seem insignificant. But these habits, when repeated every single day, can quietly build up to something much more serious over time. Here's something to think about. If you could make just one small change today that could add years of health and vitality to your life, wouldn't you do it? Imagine the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're protecting not just yourself but also your loved ones. Because let's face it, your health isn't just about you. It's about being there for the people who rely on you, who look up to you, and who want to see you thrive. You might be wondering, can it really be that simple? Can such small adjustments actually make a difference? The answer is yes. The research is clear. Starting your morning with intention and care doesn't just improve your day, it can transform your life. Take a moment to reflect. How do you start your mornings now? Is it with mindfulness and care, or are you rushing through, unaware of the potential risks? This is your chance to reset. Start small. Add a light breakfast to your routine, take an extra minute to stretch before getting out of bed, and give your body the time it needs to function naturally. These simple actions don't just protect your health, they set the tone for a better, more vibrant day. Let me ask you something else. Who in your life could benefit from hearing this message? Maybe it's a parent, a friend, or a neighbor. Maybe it's someone who has always put others first and forgotten to care for themselves. Sharing this video with them could be the wake-up call they need, just like David's story is a wake-up call for all of us. And if this video resonated with you, let's keep the conversation going. What habits from this video stood out to you the most? Have you noticed how your own routine affects your energy, your focus, or your overall health? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Your story could inspire someone else to take action. Before you go, I want to leave you with this. Your mornings matter. They are the foundation of everything that follows. By taking just a few moments to care for yourself, you're giving your body and mind the tools they need to thrive, not just today but for years to come. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more life-changing insights like these. And don't miss the next video, where we'll dive into the surprising evening habits that could be silently sabotaging your sleep and your heart health. Trust me, it's a conversation you don't want to miss. Thank you for watching, and remember, it's never too late to make a change. Your health is your legacy. Start building it today.